shooting stills on your drone is deceptively difficult. So today I'm going to introduce you to
Mike Bishop. I'm the winner of the still photography category in the Los Angeles Drone Film Festival. My photograph entitled "The Tree of Life" was a glacial river flowing in Iceland. These are my 5 tips for shooting better still photographs with drones.
tip number 1.
I mean, I typically try and shoot at sunrise or sunset when you get a lot more colors in the sky and a lot more interesting shadows and kind of shades going on. And then when I'm on a road trip or something, if I see some very dramatic skies or some low clouds or some fog or something like that, then that also to me is good lighting that just creates a cool mood in the photograph. So I always try and avoid, if it's just like a blue sky, broad daylight situation, it can make the photo a little bit harsh, but that's just my opinion. Some people would disagree with me on that. So
tip number 2.
Find the best angle and composition of the subject you're trying to shoot, and then try and capture the most detailed image of that possible. And that's not always gonna be just with one click of the button. Sometimes you're gonna wanna take pictures of the whole area and put it together in post, and then you'll have more options of cropping and what area you're gonna focus on.
Tip number 3.
For still photographs, I find filters are a little less necessary than when shooting video, but that being said, polarizing filters can be quite beneficial when shooting next to water because it cuts out the reflections in the water so you can see deeper into the water, and then it can also bring out some more interesting details in the clouds and cuts through haze.
Tip number 4.
So I always shoot raw. This is something that I didn't always do. I was like, oh, I want to save space. It's like a lot faster to shoot JPEG. And then when I realized the power you get with a raw image, I was like, wow, okay, it just kind of blew the doors wide open of what you can do in post-processing to your image, the detail you can bring out in the shadows, and, you know, dialing down overexposed areas to, you know, compensate for a bright sky in a, you know, darker environment. So it just really opens up a ton of possibilities in post-production when you shoot raw. It's like night and day. So anyone shooting JPEG, stop doing that.
Tip number 5.
It's really hard to tell what your image is doing just based on what you're seeing on the screen. So I find if you're shooting in, you know, like flat profiles, that histogram can really tell you a lot more about the information in your picture than what you're just seeing on your screen. And then also, like if it's a bright sun on your monitor, you can't really see what's going on. Something like a histogram can tell you a lot more information than what your screen, you know, looks like necessarily.
Tip number 6.
When it comes to picking a spot, I actually do a lot of research ahead of time. Like if I'm going on a trip somewhere, I'm spending just hours and hours on Google Maps, completely looking over the whole area that I'm either going to be driving through or traveling to, and trying to, you know, because with a drone you can get a top-down shot. So, you know, Google Maps is a top-down shot, so you can find some unique spots like that. I mean, that river that I shot in Iceland, that one, you can literally look on a map of Iceland and see hundreds of glacial rivers, some accessible, some inaccessible, maybe some have never even been shot still. So there's definitely a lot out there you can find just by researching maps.
Tip number 7.
Big tip for me, I mean, I always have to tell everyone, is safety and finding a good place to shoot from without distractions, without people coming to hassle you. So if I'm going to a popular spot, I'm going to not necessarily fly from right where the lookout point is. I'm going to go for a walk and find a different, you know, place to shoot from with no people around, a safe place to take off and land from. And then when you're getting your shots, you just have a good peace of mind that nobody's going to approach you. There's no things you're going to potentially hit. So there's something about having a good peace of mind when you're flying that's going to help you get better photographs, I think, just being relaxed when you're flying.
Thanks for watching. It's been super fun interviewing Mike, as well as all the other filmmakers we've done so far. I know it's been helping me to ask these people questions and to kind of really dig into what makes their work so exceptional. The time is ticking on submissions for the 4th annual New York City Drone Film Festival, so if you're seeing this, submit now. Best of luck to you. Happy New Year. Shoot more, and thanks for watching.